Hello and welcome to IamYourDataScientist.com. Today we will be looking at one of the AWS machine learning services. I think they were launched a couple of months back, not a couple of months back, quite a few months back, something called SageMaker. So what is SageMaker? It's a fully managed platform that enables developer and data scientists to quickly and easily build, train, and deploy machine learning models at any scale. Amazon SageMaker removes all barriers that typically slows down developers who wants to use machine learning. So, in traditional machine learning, the first thing you need to do is to collect and prepare your training data set and to discover which elements of your data sets are important. So that's the first step. Then the second step is to select algorithm, the correct or right algorithm for your findings and your framework and the framework you'll be using. After deciding on your approach, you need to teach the model how to make prediction by training, which requires a lot of compute power. That's the second step. The third step would be to tune your model to deliver the best possible predictions, which is often tedious and manual effort. After you have developed a fully trained model, you need to integrate the model with your application and deploy this application on infrastructure that will scale out every time, every month or every year, so on and so forth. And all this is take quite a lot of specialists. So you would see each step is required a specific skill set to do all these steps and access the large amount of compute and storage and a lot of time to experiment and optimize every part of the process. So you can see there's a lot of time, effort, and energies put in to create such a machine learning model. But what Amazon SageMaker does is it removes all the complexity that holds back developers' success with each step. So what it does is it can it includes modules within the SageMaker. It can build, it can deploy within your machine learning models. So it's kind of centralized platform where you can do all your ETL training, deploy on so on and so forth in one go. So let's get our hands dirty on Amazon SageMaker. So Amazon SageMaker is, I think, available under first to go to. So if I was to go to services, then under machine learning, then the first one it says Amazon SageMaker. So let's see how it looks like. Okay, still configuring. Probably it's the first time I've configured. Important thing to note is that the region we are configuring, mine is Oregon region. Let's create a notebook. Notebook is, I think it's a Jupyter notebook. So type in the instance name. So in this case, we will just any name. So say hot dog detection. Then create a new IAM role. Within that, now it's asking you to specify any buckets option. So click none at the moment because this is the free tier I'm using. I'm not using any of the other services. So let's keep it none, and let's click create role. So you can see that it says success. You created an IAM role. Then select the IAM role we just created. We have created Amazon SageMaker execution role base. We could add any tag, say AWS SageMaker. So add tag. Don't forget to click add tag. Sometimes I used to type in name and say it's the same thing, name 1, and I'd say Sage Maker, and I would not click add tag, and it would not add. So make sure whenever you add a key tags, make sure you click add tags. So just to prove a point, click create note, and you can see it's created hot dog detection. So currently it's still pending status. So once its status is confirmed, we'll go and open that. This button will be more prominent. So at the moment it's grayed out because it's not ready yet. So I'll pause this video for now and we'll come back. I'll come back when it's ready. So now that it's in service, it says, so you can click open. So when you open, it opens Jupyter Notebook. So you can see this is Jupyter Notebook. If you have used Jupyter before, you will be familiar with all these dashboard. So click new, click terminal. So this is how it looks like when you open a new terminal. Change the directory to cd SageMaker. I guess it's capital or something. So cd SageMaker. Okay, great. What if you do directory lost found? It's got two folder within that. So now the next thing to do is to clone a repository from GitHub. So it has clone the repository. Let's have a look into our so there you go. So reinvent 2017 deep lens workshop. So this is what we've got here, and it copied that repository over to our notebook. GitHub is the way to so you might be asking question, what is GitHub? GitHub is the way to programmers kind of centralize their work. So for example, if I want to work on a particular project, and if I'm coding, I can store my code into Git repository, and I can access that Git repository from anywhere around the world, long as I have internet access. So it's kind of centralizing your code and your project services or project tasks. So let's see what's in this file. So it's got two session, lab 3 and lab 4. So let's look at lab 3. What does it have? It's got that deep lens hot dog or not hot dog Python code. What does lab 4 have? It's got lab 4 within. So we want lab session 3. So let's select this notebook. Let's wait while it's configuring. I'll come back once it is done. So let's create a bucket where we can store our output. So we'll be creating a bucket called this, and I would say yolks. Let's see what happens. Make sure that it says, like, it throws me an error saying bucket name must not contain uppercase character. So let's say that, and make sure the region aligns with the notebook we've created. So within the region. So I think I've created Jupyter notebook on US West Oregon, and click next, create a bucket. So it has created a bucket called AWS SageMaker minus yogs. So that's the bucket name. It's empty at the moment, and I'll copy that name and go back to the code, Jupyter code, and scroll down where it says name something like so. Here it is. So your bucket name, so deep learn SageMaker bucket name. So it will be storing all the working out in here. Then we click cell, we say run all. So we click cell, then say run all, see what we get. By the way, this is Python code. You can guess from saying import. And so in typical in R, it would say install library and library install packages and libraries, whereas in Python it simply says import. As you can see, the stop button is there. Before it was a play button, so it means it's still running. So you can see solving environment, that's done. Warning. I think it has finished running the script, so you can see each bracket has got, each code has got number at the end. Sorry, not at the end, in front, within that square bracket. That means each coder has run in sequence. So let's look at deep lens now. So I think deep lens is under machine learning, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, there you go, AWS deep learning, deep lens. Now click create models, then create model. You can create model, or you can import a model. That means I think our model hasn't finished running yet. Let me run it again, run. So you can see all the stars. See, this should turn into a numbers from 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. There you go. So let's run all the codes, 12, 13, so on and so forth. So let's, it doesn't have a model here. Okay, so I'm in the AWS Deep Lens, create model, and say import model, and say you've got two options, whether it's I want to train your model, where did you train your model, whether it's in SageMaker training or external train model. So I think it's Amazon SageMaker train model I think we've used. So I think it's external deep lens model. So externally we'll import that model. And for S3, we'd name that as, so you name deep lens, the folder, then the model name, then click import, or it requires model framework. Let's say other just for now, and say import model, saying error. Let's start with TensorFlow. Again error. Interesting. Let's try import model, error again. So you can see it has created test folder within S3, and has all these files created. Let's download if I can download these params, and let me download the other one, which is JSON. Download and see what both files are. First to open that into quick access, download, and a symbol, all open. It goes all JSON records. So it has created this model. Somehow it's not configured. Somehow it's not allowing. So it's saying service could not find account resource for account ID. Okay, I may have run out of credit. That's why. But yeah, let's remove any models and all the S3 buckets and all that. I want to remove this from my account, otherwise I'll get charged for nothing, for no reason. So delete a bucket. Confirm. Let's delete again. Oops. Let's go back. Just select there. Delete bucket. Copy that. It's a great way to confirm that. Make sure you are deleting correct folder, or by mistake if you try and delete important folder, you'll be in big trouble. Your manager will chase you out, and you might end up getting sacked. So make sure you deleting correct folder. So confirm, then confirm. So finally you can stop the kernel, Jupyter kernel. Finally just go through if you have training jobs or notebook running under any modules running under SageMaker, just delete, otherwise you will get charged for nothing, no use. So this is it. This is how SageMaker works. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.